What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to my Crown Jewel predictions. I know this looks stupid, it's just so the ring ropes aren't like properly getting in the way of the view, but yeah, I'm going to get straight into this one. Sorry for the lack of uploads recently. I have been busy with other things such as laziness and procrastination, but I'm going to try to put an end to that soon. Obviously we've got Crown Jewel, have my reactions to that. It's my birthday soon as well, so we should have some new figures as well to unbox and stuff, and all that good stuff. So if you want to see that, make sure you do subscribe and maybe turn the post notification bell on if you're interested. I am hoping to reach 300 subscribers by the turn of the year, so you know, if you could help me out, that'd be really appreciated, because it's quite an ambitious goal really. If I don't reach it, then no big whoop, I don't really care. But yeah, you know, if you do enjoy, let me know. And let me know what else you'd like to see. But I'm going to stop rambling. I'm not going to talk about Raw and SmackDowns at the beginning like I do in a lot of these videos. I'm going to jump straight into the predictions. So, first off, women's matches. We have the women's tag champs, Bianca Belair. Why did I say that like I didn't know her name? Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill facing off against Damage Control, Piper Niven and Chelsea Green, and Meta 4, aka Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend. Now, obviously, we're quite close in, not close, we're not very far into their reign, well, their new reign after they regained the titles. So I am going to assume slash predict, obviously, that Bianca and Jade do retain. If not that, I wouldn't be overly surprised if Meta 4, Jackson and Legend, I guess you can call them, did come out on top. Obviously, they've just sort of debuted on the main roster and did sort of get washed over with the whole storyline the other week on SmackDown. So I don't know. They could get a big boost, but who knows? I'm predicting Bianca and Jade for the win. And then moving on to the women's Crown Jewel Championship match. Fantastic idea. It does actually work well for this match though. We have Nia Jax, the women's champion, versus Liv Morgan, the women's world champion, for the Crown Jewel Championship. But Tiffany Stratton has to cash in, right? Both world champions there. She has to cash in. And I don't know how it would work. I think she cashes in on Nia, right? She cashes in on Nia. She wins the WWE Women's Championship. She's not going to cash in on Liv, because the whole Liv and Rhea thing's sort of still going on. Although no one cares for that. But no, the NXT angle that they did hot it up a little bit, make it more interesting. So that angle's definitely ongoing, and they're not going to take the title away from Liv just yet, I'm assuming. And Tiffany versus Nia has been brewing. We've seen the miscommunication and stuff, and Tiffany not listening to her. So yeah, I think Tiffany is going to cash in, and she's going to win the women's world title, not the women's world title, just the women's title. Crown Jewel Championship, I don't know what happens to that. I'm assuming that would mean that Tiffany would win that as well. I don't know. That's assuming that she comes in, makes it a triple threat. Of course, she could cash in after the match. Say Nia wins, which I would predict if it was just a one-on-one, Nia would have to win that. I would assume, and then I suppose Tiffany can win the title afterwards. You know, Nia could be fighting through injury. Liv could attack her after, or Tiffany might just attack her. You know, but yeah. I am going to predict Tiffany wins it. And the Crown Jewel Championship? Yeah, who cares? Yeah, she's going to win them both. It's going to become a triple threat. I think that's the best way she wins it. And now into the card we have on show for you here. First up, 2 non-title matches. Bronson Reed versus Seth Rollins. A hot new angle. We've seen Bronson Reed being really built up as a new star, which I really do like. And Rollins obviously coming back and targeting him. Some people think this is Rollins, like, just a sort of start a feud, a comeback feud, for him to go on to bigger things. I don't like that narrative. I think Bronson Reed needs to win this, and he should win this. I am going to predict Bronson Reed destroys Seth Rollins. It'll be a good match. It's an interesting sort of what do you even call it? I don't. Yeah, matchup. Obviously, an interesting matchup. I think Bronson Reed should win it. Absolutely. I think he does. And talking of people who should win it, Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens should win this without a shadow of a doubt. Kevin Owens is probably gonna go on to fight Cody Rhodes again in a rematch. Obviously, since he's properly turned heel on it, it's a bit on him. It is a different dynamic in their match from their face versus face friendly fight at what pay-per-view was that? Wasn't SummerSlam. It wasn't Bad Blood. It was in between there, right? Money in the Bank? Was it Money in the Bank? I think it was Money in the Bank. That's what I'm gonna go with anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I think it was that. Maybe it's not. I don't know. No, I don't think it was, because there would have been more about Kevin being like a hometown guy. I don't know. It's not Payback, was it? Is that still a thing? I don't know. Yeah, Kevin should win this because he needs to go on and fight Cody again. Randy doesn't need the win at his age and at his stage of his career. I'm assuming Kevin will fight Cody at Survivor Series War Games, which I'm very happy with because it keeps Cody out of the bloodline stuff. You know, that's been going on a long time now. I know it's a big part of his reign, but it is actually stopping him from title defenses. And this is another pay-per-view with no Cody title defense. And no world title defense in general, other than the women's match, because we're probably going to see a cash-in, but now into a hot angle. Very hot angle. I'm going to put these on just to see how it looks like. And, yeah, very hot angle. Obviously, we've had that highly contested best of 7 series between Andrade and Carmelo. This is why. It doesn't look terrible, but yeah, we've had that highly contested best of 7 series, NBA style series of matches, and obviously it ended in a 3-each draw because LA Knight got involved. I'm pretty sure. I didn't actually watch that episode of SmackDown, but that was I can't really remember what happened. But that was just their way of building towards the triple threat, which was always going to happen. I feel like they could get in each other's way, leading to LA Knight retaining, which I think is what I'm going to predict, an LA Knight retain. Personally, Carmelo doesn't need it. I think he's racked up some good wins and a good performance since coming onto the main roster, so I think he's doing okay. Andrade, on the other hand, speed champion, not done tons of things. I've seen some people moaning about it on social media. I think he's much better used in WWE so far than he has been in AEW. Personally, I would like to see him win the match. I think it'd be really good for him to have a title reign. You know, he's been putting on some wrestling clinics. I don't know if you can call it that, but some really great matches, and he's got some great spots. I love that fake big boot back elbow move he does. I fall for it every time. It's fantastic. He's really good. He always has some great spots. We saw that at Money in the Bank. Fantastic spot. I thought he stole the show in that Money in the Bank match. So yeah, I would like to see him win. On the other hand, it's LA Knight. I would definitely like to see LA Knight retain. But he's going to be on to bigger things potentially at some point. He definitely deserves a world title reign, as do the other two guys, really. Andrade could definitely go on to do that. Carmelo Hayes, probably more of a case of when, not if, because of how young he is, and you know, he's definitely going places. So yeah, I'm gonna go for the LA Knight retain. And yeah, here we go into the men's Crown Jewel Championship match. 2 world champions not retaining, not defending their titles even, because of a weird made-up blood money title, which also brings Triple H 5 matches on every card for like over a year now. He's put a stop to that with a 7-match card, thanks to the Saudi blood money. So I mean, I'm all for it. Speaking of a man who isn't all for Saudi blood money, which actually isn't what I'm saying I'm all for, CM Punk. He's basically just said he would just never do a Saudi show before, and he stuck by that. To be fair, he's gone on a break, and he's probably going to face Gunther at Survivor Series, I would assume. I feel like that's the plan. He said he would go on to face Gunther. Drew McIntyre also not on the card, obviously, and we'll leave him for later. Obviously it's just a one-off match, and it's really cool because we wouldn't see this because they're obviously on separate brands and they are world champions. But in years gone by, we would see this match at Survivor Series, you know, in the latter stages of the Vince era, just coming out of the brand split, you know, the matches that give us some really good matches like Brock versus Bryan, for example, you know, title matches like that. Title versus title matches is what I mean. I'm glad that we've moved away from that. I think War Games is cool. I would still like to see the traditional 5-on-5 match, to be honest, because I think it's good for brand warfare, and I do like seeing Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce feuding towards Survivor Series. I think it should be brand warfare should be a much bigger thing. I hated the wild card rule. That made no sense. Keep the brands separate. I'm glad that it is a bit more like that these days. But yeah, into the match. Cody not defending his title. Not big on that. Obviously Gunther not big on that, but he defended his title like at every possible opportunity. Really. I think Cody's been robbed of some title defenses due to the Bloodline. You know, he's been in 2 tag team matches now with the Bloodline. He's fought solo at SummerSlam. Other than that, his title defenses have been fantastic against AJ, against Kevin. Who am I forgetting? I'm forgetting someone. I know I'm forgetting someone. Two against AJ, right? 2 against AJ, 1 against Kevin, another one against Kevin probably comes soon. I'm forgetting someone, I think. But yeah, Gunther's obviously having a great range so far. Would love to see him squash Goldberg, but thank God he's not going to be there. And I do see Gunther winning this one. Cody doesn't need the win. Gunther doesn't really either, but I think it would really cement him and set a precedent that he is the best wrestler in the company, which is probably true. You know, I think you really need to build him up. Well, you don't need to. He's obviously a huge star already, but I think it'd do him wonders, really. Cody doesn't need the win. There's no reason to give him it. Cody's going to lose for the first time. I want to say in a while, but honestly, I don't know. And now we have the main event, which probably shouldn't be the main event because 2 world champions in any match should really be the main event. But obviously, it's going to be the main event. I'm going to stop saying main event because Roman Reigns is on the card. We just saw Cody in an interview saying, thanking Roman for the house for a match, even though it was sold out before Roman was announced. And I would say the biggest selling point of that event to start with is probably Drew versus Punk. Fantastic match, just incredible. But yeah, here we have the Bloodline. They all look very in sync right now, but obviously they aren't. It's actually split in half here. Sami's off to one side. And actually it should more be like this as of right now, because we actually don't know that these guys have reunited. The original Bloodline have reunited, which is going to happen tomorrow night on SmackDown, just in case you were thinking, what? Hasn't happened yet? Yeah, it hasn't, actually. But it got leaked because they pre-taped SmackDown to go on their UK tour and to go out to Saudi. So, yeah, turns out we now know that they are back together ahead of time because it's got leaked. Obviously, since in recent weeks as well, the Timu Bloodline, as they have been dubbed, have lost their tag team titles to the Motor City Machine Guns. Cool to see them in WWE. And yeah, we've got the reunited Bloodline against the fake new Bloodline, who I can see them winning, to be honest, via, you know, they've got a numbers advantage. Obviously, maybe Sami gets involved. We don't know. We saw Solo posted, like, my dog with Sami. which sounds like something Sammy would say, really. I feel like he has. Why am I getting ill filming this video? Fucking hell. So yeah, not sure how that will pan out, but they do obviously have a numbers advantage as of right now. And as we saw at Bad Blood, boom, 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 The Rock, he showed up and left for no reason, literally just to steal the main event from CM Punk again. Why would you do that, Dwayne? But yeah, not really bothered either way. This match, do I care much about it? It would be cool. It will be cool to see the OG Bloodline back together again. Tomorrow for the very first time in, like over a year at least. Because obviously we've not seen that yet. It hasn't been leaked on every form of social media. So, hopefully it happens. I'm going to stop talking shit. But yeah, we're probably going to build to a Survivor Series War Games match. Sammy going with the OG Bloodline. Paul Heyman hopefully coming back. Don't want to see Cody anywhere near it. And then obviously Solo, Tama, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu on the other side. 4-on-4 would be fine. We don't need another 2 men in that match, really, I don't think. Obviously, if it came to it, it'd probably be The Rock, who isn't going to be there, and Cody on the good guy's side. But that just creates more problems, really. I want to see Cody versus Kevin 2 at that event. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I am actually going to go with the Temu Bloodline winning by some sort of shenanigans, because I just think it prolongs the feud more and it will push us on to Survivor Series War Games. So that's it. Get all these out of here. I will come back to you probably Saturday night, because the show's on like Saturday midday or afternoon, evening time over here, not like in the AMs. So that's cool. So I'll come to you about Saturday night with my reactions and just my review, what I think, how many predictions I got right. So yeah, bye. You can't see me. Hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.